Hi there, it's Dorleen. Welcome to my channel and my creative life. I'm participating in a YouTube hop called Designer Deep Dive by Tara from the Paper Snob, and it's where we are going to use our collection packs, and this particular designer is either close to my heart or Stampin' Up collection kits. So this one is called Free to Be Me, and it's from Close to My Heart from years and years and years ago. Now I have two collections of this, or two sets of it, but it's all combined into one. So there's lots of fun papers like this vellum, which has feathers. There were some solids that are, they're actually pattern papers that are made to look like solids. If you notice, it was like a tone-on-tone look on those papers that I first showed you. I have some scraps because I have used this for another project, and plenty of full-size 12 by 12 sheets. Now, usually when I have a collection, especially when I've used it already, and I have some scraps, I really do try to use the scraps because that to me is the harder part to use. But what I decided to do first is to take a full sheet. I'm going to cut an inch off two sides of the 12 by 12 sheet to make it an 11 by 11 sheet of paper. And I'm really going to just adhere it in the center of the cardstock base. Now, I'm still using the term cardstock base, even though this is technically a pattern paper because there is, like I mentioned, a tone-on-tone print on it, but it acts as a solid because of that subtle tone-on-tone look. Now, instead of going to the big paper, I'm going to pull out my scraps. I'm just pulling out my cutter because these scraps are just a little bit off. So I'm just going to trim it down so it's more of a clean looking rectangle. Look, I didn't have any specific measurements in mind, but I'm really going to just use it as is, except for I did want the lines to be clean because if you notice, it was a little slanty. And because I'm using scraps, I'm really not even sure what I'm doing. I have these two photos from my granddaughters. This was Easter in 2024, and super cute picture, and I thought the colors coordinated perfectly with this kit. I am going to cut down one of those vellum papers, even though you could barely even see that's there. Again, I'm trying to use what's in this kit because this was like a 30th year anniversary paper kit from Close to My Heart, and probably about 10 years ago. I doubt if it's that long, but it's an old pack, and I'm sure if you were a Close to My Heart customer, sorry, a little bit of a tongue twister, you probably recognize this pack. It's really pretty and it's a lot of fun. So I just cut that down to 7 by 11 because I want it to fit within that 11-inch square, and through the magic of video, it's all adhered. Now, you probably already know, if you've played with vellum, you have to really be careful where you put your adhesive because it does show through. The nice thing is I had those two big blocks of pattern paper, so I put a lot of adhesive there. And then behind the scenes, I did put some behind where I had the other corner of the pictures. And also when I put the embellishments on later, which I'm going to do soon, I'll put a little bit of tabs of glue here and there. So this is a completely different kit that I'm grabbing these stickers from. And of course, I don't remember, I think it's my Mind's Eye, but I'll have the information in the information box. And also I'll have a link to the playlist of this hop, the link to the Facebook group, and any other information. Oh, my blog, that's important, and also my Instagram account. So those will be in the information box below. So make sure you check that out as well. So if you just saw me, this is the little paper strip that's always on the bottom of the 12 by 12 sheets of paper. And they had really fun words, and I thought, okay, I'm going to put those out. Those are great embellishments. Instead of using it as a strip, I'm going to use them as just little extra embellishments. Again, I absolutely love the color scheme of this kit because it's very it's not very like feminine, like full of pinks and stuff, but you can definitely use it for all kinds of things. And if you notice, my granddaughter in the front has this kind of pinky peachish look. does not coordinate exactly with any of these colors, but I still felt like it really coordinated with the general vibe of the paper collection. And with those stickers, I just pulled off the words life captured, and then I'm going to pull a bunch of stickers and then just randomly put them around well, I shouldn't say randomly. I am going to put them around the layout. I'm trying to focus that life captured is obviously the title, and I really tried to decorate that or embellish that side as much as possible. I do put a little bit of a star here in that bottom right hand corner with another little word, but because they're black, I think it really coordinates with this kit, and I really love the fact that you can pull different collections and they work, whether it's the same brand or not. And I love doing that because we all have all the supplies. We should be able to use them. And you probably notice I really want to use those wooden circles, but I just don't get them to work out. So I don't use them at all in this layout. But I do hope that you like what I'm doing so far. This is actually a pretty simple layout, but most of my layouts are kind of simple, basically showcasing the photos, adding some embellishments because, hey, we have them, let's use them. And also that's what makes things pretty, right? I'll try to make things appealing to the eye, but I hope you like this. And if you do, give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And thanks again for watching. Now make sure you go to the information box because you do need to hop around. Please leave comments to the other designers because everybody is going to come up with some amazing ideas, and it's always fun to get comments from people just to say, hey, I watched and I appreciate what you're doing. Anyways, I know I appreciate it, and I'm sure they do too. If you want more information about the hop, like I mentioned, all the information will be in the detail box. And that's about it, folks. But thank you again so much for watching. As you can tell, I thought I was done, and then I said, I need some more fun stuff. So I grabbed some enamel dots, and again, completely different designer. These are from, I think they're Cartabella, might even be Echo Park. But so 3 different designers all on one layout, but basically focusing on the Close to My Heart collection. Thanks again for watching. Appreciate it so much. Bye.